Hello, amazing, beautiful people. I am so excited to be here for episode 1 of The Great Exchange. Today, I want to share with you a key. Every time we're going to catch up, we're going to get a key, and I call it the key to the kingdom because it's a key that opens the door to the treasure within, but also allows you to work in a different way, in a way that's part of the Great Exchange. Every single time we catch up, this is going to be about getting rid of the old, the things that don't help you, the things that are unhelpful, and exchanging them for the new, the things that are going to raise you up. So instead of being dragged down, you're going to be raised up. Today, we have discussed this before, but today I am going to talk about the power of your words. They are so important. God created the world with his words, darkness and light. And you create your world with your words, darkness and light. The tongue is a double-edged sword. It can speak light and life and love and peace and joy and awesomeness and oozes into the atmosphere the goodness of God. Or it can be bitter. It can be hurt. It can be angry. It can be frustrated. It can be stressed. And in those situations, our words can be unkind. So today, this is a time for you for two things. One is to consider what you say about yourself. Are you beating yourself up? Are you knocking yourself down? Are you putting yourself down? Because if you're of faith and you're putting yourself down, you are so not honoring Jesus. And if we are just day-to-day beings, we're not honoring the way that we're made, the brilliance that we are. And it's time to realize that you are uniquely designed to be brilliant. There is something that you can do that I can't do. There's something that I can do that you can't do. And together, everyone achieves more, especially when we run in our lanes, in our zone of genius. But often we stop ourselves, we physically put a barrier up with our words. So today, this is your moment to start really thinking about what you say and where it comes from. To consider what others have said and where it comes from. And also, I'm going to show you how unkind words are no longer yours. And kind words are yours to own. So I'm going to share my worksheet with you. And I'm going to encourage you to consider for yourself what happens when we work through it. So here we are today. You can print this worksheet off and I'll put that in the link so that you've got it. And then I encourage you to work through it. This is about you being in control of your life every moment of every day, having fun, being free, being on top of the world and creating the world that you want. Here goes. Oops, probably don't need that. So death and life are in the power of the tongue. Everything on earth starts in seed form and our thoughts are seeds. Words are a germination of those thoughts and they bring life or death. And out of our heart, our mouth speaks because it's often emotion that then bubbles up, gets processed and comes out. And research shows that 75 to 98% of mental, physical, and behavioral illness comes from your thought life. So this is your opportunity to take control of yours and bring life, not death, to you. There's a couple of exercises here where I want you just to look at a time when someone has said something unkind or negative to you. So it could be something like, you're useless. Sorry. Or you're no good at this. You're no good. Oh, really? You're not made for this. Oh my goodness, somebody's better than you. Whatever it might be. And how does it make you feel when someone puts you down, when somebody says something negative? How does it make you feel? Often, it makes us feel less than, like we're not good enough. And often, that we're never going to make the grade, whatever that might be. And their actions, what happened to you in that moment when somebody said something unkind? I don't want to be your friend. You're not good enough. You're useless. I don't want anything to do with you, whatever it might be. What did it result in for you? Did it result in you feeling amazing and wanting more? Or does it did you withdraw? Did you pull back from the situation? Did it make you feel like actually you don't want any more to do with this? So often it makes us pull back and withdraw. Now, for those who are of faith, we know exactly where that comes from. It comes from the enemy because he wants to kill and destroy. He wants to conquer. He wants to divide and conquer, and he wants to kill, steal, and destroy. So we know that that's our default setting. It's not our master setting. It's what we default to in moments of fear or panic or not feeling good. However, think about a time when somebody has said something encouraging or positive to you. How did it make you feel? It could be you made a real difference to me today. Somebody may have listened to you when you were upset. Somebody may have said, oh my goodness, I love the chapter in. Oh my goodness, I read your book and this was really helpful for me. Whatever it might be. I mean, obviously that's personal. I'm just about to, my book is getting launched. That's what this is all about, to give you an experience of some of the coaching sessions that are actually in the Great Exchange. This is giving you a personal experience of what a great exchange is, where you can exchange the negative for the positive, the unhelpful stuff for helpful stuff. But what is it? Oh, you look good in that color. Whatever it might be, you look good. Or, wow, you've got sparkly eyes. That's what somebody said to me recently. Um, because your life is in your eyes. And when they're dull, your life is dull. But anyway, and then how did it make you feel when somebody said, oh my goodness, you made a real difference. Thank you for cooking me dinner. Thank you for doing whatever it might be. I really value you. Did it make you feel lifted up? Did it make you feel like you were seen and heard? Did it make you feel like you were valued? So you might feel valued, seen, or heard, or that you made a real difference. You might feel like you've added value. And then what actions did it result in? Did it result in you feeling more connected or less connected? Did it make you feel like you wanted to do more or help more or be more or less? In my case here, it really helped me feel connected. It helped me feel like I knew that person well and we had a deep connection. So it was a depth rather than, just the surface level. So it added depth and it really made me feel good. And yeah, absolutely. I'd love to spend more time with those people. I'd love to do more. So if you need to pause this and work this out for yourself, please do so. But what I'm showing you here is the power of your words and how a word spoken, how it makes you feel, because the words, your feelings, and your outcomes are a straight line. So in one sense, when good words have been spoken over us, we lift up, we raise up, we feel good. But in another sense, if unkind words are spoken over us, then it makes us withdraw and feel awful. I'll show you in a minute how to deal with that. And then, again, I've actually got a scripture here because for this is what we need to be focusing. This is how we flip it. This is how we take the great exchange. What we focus on expands. So if you focus on the negatives, you'll get more of it. If you focus on the positives, you'll get more of it. The choice is yours. So my target is to focus on whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, let me focus, let me think about those things. Because then guess what? I become excellent. I become noble. I become the things I want to be because I'm looking in that direction. And where your focus goes, your energy flows. I believe that God is good. Jesus came to bring life and life in abundance. So we all have the ability to thrive or survive. The choice is ours, and it's in the words in our heads. When we take captive every thought and we make it true to Christ, in other words, we make it good, we are truly free. Free of guilt, anxiety, doubt, worry, stress, all that ugly stuff, and we're free to walk in prosperity and love. And love is living out valor or courage every day. So I'm going to just help you to think for yourself. We've looked at other people. I want you to think for yourself. You know, when you've spoken something unkind over yourself, you've told yourself, I can't do that. I'm not capable. It's not for me. I can't. Or it's not for me. Whatever it might be that you have spoken over you, how's it made you feel? And I'm guessing, for me, it makes me feel less than. It makes me feel disconnected because I can't do it. It actually, so the actions it results in is actually stops me moving forward. It stops me even being open that there might be a solution. It just closes everything down and brings me to a standstill. Unhelpful. I'm not going to run a business if I think I can't do it. I'm not going to be a marathon runner if I think I can't do it. And as Henry Ford said, if you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. It's as straightforward as that. And then I want you to think about a time when you've spoken something positive or encouraging over yourself or someone else, but really over yourself, where you said, yes, Sal, you've done it. You've published your book. Actually, well done. Or, well done, Sally. You have managed a full week of drinking 2.5 litres of water a day. Bring it on. That's actually my win from last week. I'm actually quite proud of that because it's taken me 50 odd years to work that out. So well done. You did it. You know, whatever it is, you know, you did it, whatever it was. And then how does it make me feel? It makes me feel like I want to do it again. It makes me feel like I want more. So I want to do it again because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished. And it makes me feel like I'm moving forward. So what does it result in? It results in me going to another level. I've now managed to consistently hydrate every day for a whole week. I didn't manage it all last year, despite focusing on it. So it's like, brilliant. This is great stuff. So at the actions is, you know, I'm getting it done. So I'm getting a done list. I'm ticking things off. I'm making progress. And I'm feeling good about myself. So you can now look in here to what you've learned today. And I'm just going to share a couple of kind of stories around this to help you to really embed this. And actually, I'm going to stop the share because we've done the work that we need to do. You can sit and write about what you've learned because I want to share with you what this is around. So there's two keys on top of being aware of the words that you speak and being able to understand that whether you or somebody else speaks something negative to you, it makes you pull back and withdraw. It makes you less than and pulls you down. And also, if you speak something good or kind or encouraging to you or to somebody else, it lifts you up, it pulls you in, it makes you feel more than. So first of all, is to be aware. That's your first key. Your second key is to realize that out of your heart your mouth speaks. So every word you speak is about you. Now, bearing that in mind, if I am cross or angry or frustrated about something, I'm likely to bark. I'm likely not to be very kind. And whoever it is, I'm going to bark at them because I'm the one that's grumpy. I'm the one that is cross because somebody hasn't put their washing up away or whatever it might be that's just got me grumpy today. Doesn't have to be much sometimes. And so it's really important that we realise that the person who hasn't put it away is not the problem. They're not feeling cross. They're not feeling grumpy. It's always you. And I love the saying that Anne Robinson has from The Weakest Link back in the day. It's a great thing. No, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Every time I am grumpy, I am angry, I'm not me, and I'm about to be horrible to somebody, I have a choice in that moment. And I have a choice to say, no, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. And by the time I have said that, I've physically stopped the thought in my head, which gives me space to replace it. So now I'm going, no, I'm not going to go there. Now, it might be that I just need to go and actually have a breather so I can go and think about why I'm cross and what do I need to do to change it. It might be that I need to pray and ask God and go, okay, this is really getting my goat. It's really annoying me. Nothing is changing. Show me what it is that I'm not seeing. And then write it down. Or have either which way, I need to put myself into a quiet place. A place of rest, a place of peace. And so what it does, it actually, our midbrain and our hindbrain is where we start, the amygdala starts to kick in. And we start that fight or flight response. And it's right back here. It's unhelpful because then you start just saying things you don't want to say. You start doing things you don't want to do. And what we want to do when we get in peace and rest, we come right back to our neocortex at the front, and it's beautiful. It's in our creative space. We're thinking, we can think long term, we can think bigger picture. And actually, as a bonus, what I'll do is I'll put Brian Tracy's work in here, which came from A Man Raised as a Dog, and it shows you those parts in your brain and where we cross over into seriously unhelpful. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to stay in this beautiful, helpful space so we can remove ourselves from unhelpful for feeling angry, feeling frustrated, getting cross, whatever it might be, feeling like somebody's been unkind to us. We go somewhere else. We just remove ourselves. Sometimes it only takes 5 seconds. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. And we go, no, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. And you replace it with what is noble, right, and true. Actually, this is just a moment in time. I'm perfectly okay. No one's going to die. You're okay, amygdala. I'm fine. What's the solution? What's the alternative? What's whatever it is? So that's another key, is being able to stop and look for the goodness in it. The fact that actually, if somebody hasn't put the washing up away, no one's died. But how about putting a routine in place and saying, let's all agree that we reset the room when we finish supper? And everyone says yes. Boom, we reset the room, washing up's done, put away, everything's done, boom, we're ready to go. So you put a rule in place and a solution. The other thing I want you to take into account is the fact that everything we say, because it's about us, is a mirror. So if somebody says something unkind to you, who is it really about? It's about them. Now the joy of it, this was me putting my armor of God on, my shield of faith. That when somebody says something unkind to me these days, I just go, oh, boom, and that shield, just the arrows, they just drop to the floor. They don't even get to me anymore. It's flipping brilliant because I know that it's about them, not me. I also know that hurt people, and healed people heal people. So if somebody's fired a dart at me, they've said something unkind, something's been triggered because they're hurting. And so instead of hurting back, firing back, I encourage you to be the better person. I encourage you to come with love. Wrap your arms around them. Sometimes it's physical. Sometimes it's just, are you okay? Hey, Fred, that was really unlike you. What's going on? And what you'll find is that this happens. They'll soften. They'll open. They may share. They may not. They may go, hey, look, I'm out of here. That's fine. That's their choice. But your choice is to love. Love when it's good. Love when it's not so good. All seasons. Perfect love casts out all fear. So we just need to make sure that we take stock of ourselves and our words. If every word I spoke was in love and kindness, wouldn't that make my world a better place? So I get to choose, and I encourage you to choose. Choose the good stuff. Choose what's noble, right, and true, and let the good speak out of your mouth. The other thing that I have found is as I followed these rules, as I followed the systems of being aware, remembering that all my words are about me so I can sort myself out, remembering other people's words are about them so I don't have to take them on. By the way, if they're good ones, I'm like, bring it on. It's only if they're ugly that I put my shield up. So thank you very much. It's not for me. But if they've got something kind to say, I'm like, yeah, give me more, because it builds us. But we don't have to we don't have to put on somebody else's yuck, somebody else's grumpiness. It's not ours to carry. So I hope this has been helpful for you, because I want you to walk free of your words, and I want you to create your world of beautiful words. So I thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I thank you for working through your sheet. I encourage you to sit with the what have I learned and write down what has made a difference for you. And what I'd be super grateful for is if you shared that with me. So you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on my website, www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz, and you can find me on email, sally@inspiringperspectives.co.nz. But come, let me know what is working for you, and I will look forward to seeing you at the next session. Have an amazing God bless day. Thank you for your time. I hope it has been helpful.